Howdy folks. I'm not on my bike yet, but I will be in a minute. Today is Thursday, October 9th, 2025. I'm out here in LaGrange, Georgia at the Southbend Park. So they got playgrounds here and a skate park, even a dog park too. Pretty light day for me on the school and work side of things, so I figured I'd come down here and give it a shot. So I'm gonna give the skate park a quick shot on my stunt scooter, and then we'll hop on the bike. There's no pump track here like there is in Noonan at my local skate park. Definitely check this out. It's been a few weeks since I posted a full video on YouTube, but I can't believe it's already October. I'm having some really nice weather lately. Not too hot, not too cold. It's really nice out here. Maybe a bit gloomy right now, but still very nice. Fall and spring are definitely the time to be outdoors. Actually need to use the restroom real quick. Hang on tight. All right. So you got your dog park up here. Areas for small dogs, and then the big boys. All the playgrounds. I'm gonna give you a little tour of the park. See how LaGrange, good mid-sized town, kind of right there in between Columbus and where I live up in Noonan. About a 30-minute drive from my place. I'm getting pretty good speed right there. So yeah, pretty good skate park. Not as big as CJ Smith up in Noonan, but it's pretty nice. We got a big drop right here. I want to see if I can find a better way to get up here. That is a very steep hill. You got this big old bowl right here. Well, not anywhere where I can practice my jumps. See, I would fake CJ Smith Park. It's got a little more to it. It's a little bit bigger. This is nice. Got a big grass field right there. Pretty neat pavilion. So yeah. There's also a path that goes around LaGrange. It's about 13 miles. It's called the Thread. So let's go check it out. Hop on the bike. All right. Let's go check this trail out. Hold on, I may want to bring my handlebars up a little bit. That's better. All right. All right, so yeah, we're in LaGrange, Georgia. Actually, I'm gonna go this way to get on the Thread. Let's see. I believe it goes up this way. So if you look at the sign right here, I talked about this when I went to Carrollton. If they allow e-bikes, which they do, I don't understand why they wouldn't allow electric scooters. Especially when they weigh the same and do the same speed as bikes, if not lighter. I mean, it's been that way for years. So this is my first time riding this trail. I haven't really been to LaGrange a lot throughout my life, but figured I'd come down here and give it a shot. So we're already cruising along right here pretty well. I'll just kind of randomly choose directions and go about. So yeah, that's where I just was. So this is the Thread in LaGrange. It's about 13 miles. When it's finished, it's going to be about 29 miles. Alright, I think this is where it ends. Doesn't go any further. Right here. So I'm going to head north. It's a great day to ride for sure. This wind feels good. Let me tell you. Is going, yep. It's been a while since I've been here. Last time I was here was in May of last year, 2024, for I think it was a rock and road bike race. So it was a road race, that crit race that went around downtown area, and they had a band playing. We actually had that in Noonan back in April. It's fun watching those guys flying by. Throwing one of those videos. So yeah, they were kicking. And then I think we went to eat pizza after that. I don't really know much about this place. I want to see if there's a long stretch, because long stretches are perfect for biking. You get in that rhythm when you're pedaling. It's probably not as fun if you're having to start and stop all the time. So you got Walgreens right there, Country's Barbecue right up there. That's some good food. There are 3 locations in Columbus where I used to live. I usually get their pork plate, and then their fries, and their chili, and then their French grilled toast. Pretty good. I've never eaten at this one, but I've been to all 3 locations down in Columbus. Part of the reason why I'm riding this trail, scoping it out, is to look for long stretches, because my parents and I ride quite a bit. We all get along super well, and we love to ride our bikes. So we've ridden the Silver Comet, the Manowar Trail down in Pine Mountain. A lot of neat places to ride around here. You got a couple churches right here. First Presbyterian right there in front of me. And then the white one with the steeple is First Baptist. Blacked out 4Runner right there. I like the rims, all blacked out. Forerunners are solid vehicles, for sure. I drive a black 4Runner. It's a black Sport Edition from 2009. It's a sharp vehicle, and it never had any issues with it. It's an impressive little tank. They are known to last and last. I got the tires replaced on mine back in April. It's my first car I got when I was 16. And it's still doing great today. Such an impressive little SUV. I'll go this way. Pick up a little speed. So yeah, I can't believe it's already October. Time just flies. That girl was jamming. She had her big old vape stuff going on, which is gross in my opinion. Okay, I think it continues that way, yeah. All right, this should be a long stretch right here. Oh, that's a church and school playground pavilion. We got a little ballpark right here. That's a softball field. LaGrange Invitational. This is part of LaGrange High School. All these athletic fields. And then a little lake right here with some fountains. It's pretty neat. I actually love this stretch. I think it goes around the school here. So this is Granger Park at Southbend. Football field, basketball court. It's a little bit windy today. And I got some tennis. Ann and Dot McCluskey Tennis Complex. That clubhouse there reminds me of Cooper Creek Park down in Columbus. A lot of tennis down there. And here too. Look at all those school buses waiting to pick up the students from high school. Been around those things quite a bit when I was a kid. Oh, those old robot statues right there. That's pretty cool. So that was just a loop around the high schools, fields. I put 333 miles on this bike. I got it back in June for my birthday. It's been great. My satisfaction with Gotrax has been really good lately. Alright, so this is my window. I recently placed an order for a few electric scooter parts. And it's been label created for a little over a week. So I called. The lady was nice, she answered right away. Said it was just a delay in their warehouse. So if you're ordering anything, especially with the holidays coming up, that's something you may want to think about. Delays. Because during the holidays, delays can happen quite a lot. So something to keep in mind if you order a lot of things online, but The lady answered my question. Got into the hands of UPS the next day. Got delivered today, so we're all good. And then they also helped. The brake light on this bike was busted when I first got it, so we sent out an email. And the part came in, brake light, and slapped it on here, all good to go. So their products are great, and their customer service was good. I can't complain. They've been satisfying me pretty dang good. When it comes to ensuring my stuff is in tip-top shape. So there you go. If you look up here in front of me, Sweetland Amphitheatre. And then they got that covered pavilion right there. I think it's a skating rink, ice skating rink. And then some green space, amphitheater. You can't see it for the bushes there. There was actually a Stone Temple Pilots. They actually came here and performed, I don't know, 1 or 2 months ago. Tickets to go see the real bands ain't cheap these days. I kind of forgot when it already happened, so we didn't go. But I pretty recently, or very recently, this past weekend, went to see, it's over in Trilliff, which is in Fayetteville. It's kind of like a movie production or type venue, almost like another city. I went to see Departure, which is a Journey tribute band. This past weekend was my 3rd time seeing them. First time I saw them in Columbus. Second time I saw them in Carrollton, and then this past weekend I went to see them at Trilliff Studios. So if you're a Journey fan, you can't go wrong with Departure, because everything in there is Steve Perry, Journey, everything. They're really good. So you should definitely check them out if you're an avid Journey fan.
Are y'all ready to dance, baby? Let's do it, come on! When I'm self-control, get close to it all alone.
They're pretty dang good. I'm kind of all over the place here today. I just went that way, I think. Shut something and go. actually ride up into the downtown area, show you around a little bit. There's a really neat fountain up here. It's a big one too. Look at there. Pretty cool. So all that pink stuff. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, because it's October, that's what it is. Nobody in my family has any type of cancer, so everybody's doing well, which is cool. This building on the right is the Troup County Government Center. I love those gas lampposts there. LaGrange, 1828. That's the same year Newton and Columbus were founded. So that's pretty cool. All right. I gotta figure out where the heck I'm going. All right, there's the trail right there. So I kind of stopped to show you the Sweetland Amphitheatre. So I want to see if it continues. I may have to pull out my phone and look at the map real quick, because I don't know where any of this goes. So yeah, I may need to look at my phone, because I'm not seeing where the trail actually continues. So hang on tight for just a minute. All right, so I looked at the map for about a minute, and turns out there's a pretty straight shot that appears to be a long stretch. So if I go down here and turn right and then make the last left before that loop I made around LaGrange High School, that could potentially be a pretty long stretch. So let's go check that out. Now, this is good for if you're on like a one-wheel or scooter. But on a bike, you know, it's that rhythm with the pedaling. You kind of want to stick with it. I'm not against riding a bike on a bank trail like this, because that's fun to ride, but for it to be really worth it, it's good to actually have a long stretch to where you can actually get in that rhythm of the movement and pedaling on that. It's like in a bike race. Everybody just keeps going unless there was like a really bad wreck or something like that. So, all right. So that loop I did is down there. And then there's a left turn before that. I see where it goes. All right. Let's see if I go this way. Let's see where this takes me. All right, this is looking good. That's that same lady I saw on the loop earlier. Let's beat that Honda behind me trying to turn. The old house right there. I bet the windows on that church look beautiful inside. I've been in a few churches with stained glass windows. They are incredible. So this is the Broad Street. I think I smelled a bit of pot smoke for a second. So this is an okay stretch. Just gotta watch for people coming out of their driveways or pulling in. Oh, a little bumpy right here. Ooh, acorns. This downhill's all fun. see how a lot of the leaves are starting to fall. Not a lot of orange ones yet. I know it's gonna be very pretty. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good stretch right here. Bear with me on the camera angle. Just trying to figure out what's right. Should look good right now. But yeah, this section looking good so far. Easily do 20 miles an hour. No motorized bicycles. This is a motorized bicycle, so I'm kind of breaking the law. But, I mean, top speed is 20 miles an hour. Do allow pedal assisted e-bikes. So if I'm pedaling a lot, that'd be helpful. Some of these rules can be kind of confusing because these electric rideables are kind of new. That sort of laws kind of have to play catch up. There's a neat little lake right there. Look at that house. There's a lot of old houses around here. So far, so good on this little stretch. Alright, this is the temporary end of the trail. So we're like in the middle of expanding it right now. Yeah, that's a pretty good stretch. I'm gonna head back, see if there are any other stretches on the map that are worth doing. Not a lot of people come out of those roadways like that. So you can pretty much just keep going here. So I'm paddling right now. Getting a good bit of exercise right now. So it's me and the motor working together. So I try to put in more and more effort until the motor barely grabs, because it's only running at a certain speed. See out on the walls in terms of what can be ridden, they need to be a little more specific. Especially these days when electric bikes and scooters are becoming very common these days. Now this is a Path Foundation trail. It does say on our website that e-bikes and scooters are allowed, but some cities do have their own local ordinances. So so if I go south of Southbend Park, there's another stretch that looks to be kind of straight, similar to where I just rode. So I'm gonna go check that out. There's a train going by. There's a pit bull over there. He does not look happy. Thankfully, I have a 50-pound weapon if the worst were to happen. Yeah, a pit bull back there. It's kind of charging at me. like I'm about to go under. Oh, there's a little tunnel here. That's cool. Let's check it out. Train coming by right above me. That's some very immense weight right above my head. Sometimes I get a little nervous. Because what if it were to collapse? I doubt it, but this is pretty neat. So this looks like it used to be an old railroad. This is the Mulberry Street Cemetery, it looks like. I'm not gonna ride my bike through there, but I can kind of see everything from here. Yeah, this is pretty neat. Here's some stuff about it. And there's some stuff right there. Built in 1873, swept away by a flood in 1886. About 60 feet long. It actually went to Callaway Gardens in Pine Mountain, but it didn't serve any practical purpose. So it links this to the thread. Most of this is actually original. Wood will last a really long time if you take good care of it. So this is pretty cool. And then it shows you the parts of it. And the roof kind of keeps the wood. Kind of prevents the wood from being exposed to the elements, which is smart. The train is still going. That's a long train. All right. This is an old bridge. It's pretty bumpy. Gotta watch out for nails. I do not want to pop a tire. I didn't see any nails, so I think we're good. All right, let's see what's this way. Oh, a little lake. This was, it's gotta be an old mill. It looks kind of abandoned. So yeah, those old mills, especially the abandoned ones, kind of surprising that they stand for so long, being abandoned. I know for a fact that there's a lot of carbon particles and lint and all that in there. I saw very flammable stuff. That's asking for a fire. Two mills in Columbus, the Bibb Mill and Swift Mill, burned down when I was a kid. But thankfully they're converting a lot of them into condos and apartments, all that. Oh, a lot of people around here blasting their music today. That white Charger up there. If you look at this tower right here to my right, I think that's the Callaway Memorial Tower. Not sure if it has any bells, but it's a clock tower. It's pretty neat though. This stretch actually turns out to be a little bit better than that first one I did. Still a few stops, but I mean, for the most part, it's actually a little bit better than I thought. Because I initially thought this was going to be all starting and stopping, but these two stretches, I'd say it'd be worth it. Nice, long, smooth sections like this. That kind of makes it worthwhile. Look at those remains there. Not much left other than those brick walls. Must have been either burned down or torn down or something. Kind of reminds me of the Bib ruins down in Columbus, which I showed you in my last video when I was down there. Riding the Riverwalk. There's an elementary school to my left. I see a little smokestack up there. This looks like a little, what is this? It's called Pedal Park. So this is where kids advance their biking abilities. So if you have kids, you want to teach them how to ride a bike, this is the place to be if you're in LaGrange or nearby. It's even got signs around here. So that's kind of allows you to teach them in a safe place how to be a responsible biker. My dad taught me those skills as I was growing up. We'd ride the rails to trails in Columbus a lot together. So if you teach somebody how to ride a bike, it's also important that you teach them how to ride responsibly, and that bikes follow the same rules as cars do on the road. Oh, this would be a pretty steep hill. Forest Avenue. Mental health matters, yes it does. Saw the thing back there. And riding a bike is very good for your mental health. It's a fun way to get outdoors. Yeah. So they got soccer practice going on. Oh, this is LaGrange College. So this is LaGrange College. I think it's the oldest private university in Georgia. I think this is their athletic complex. Yep. There's some volleyball courts. Kind of reminds me of some of my friends in high school, a lot of the girls. Half the girls in my class, or my grade level, played that sport. And then like half the guys played football. So my class was filled with some very active people when it comes to sports. There's baseball right there. There's some fraternity, sorority housing there. A lot of my friends from high school blowing up their social media for all the Greek life stuff. Not really my thing, but it's definitely a thing for some people. See, I'm not really sitting many intersections right here. This is pretty neat trail, if you ask me. I want to sit in intersections as little as possible, and it turns out I can pretty much just keep going and only have to stop for like 1 or 2 cars, or not any cars at all. So they get the green in a second. So yeah, this is all LaGrange College. I think it continues, yep, this way. I was just right here earlier. All right, it's got to be 4 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna conclude this for today. It actually turned out to be a loop. It does go through a bit of rough areas, but for the most part, it's pretty good. before I end today's video, I'll kind of share a few what I've been up to lately. So, recently went down to Columbus to check on my family and all that. We do bike rides and stuff down there every once in a while. My dad did that race I talked about in my last video. Didn't really go as planned, but it was worth the trip down there because we're also down there checking on family and all that. Everybody's doing well. We had countries that night. We went to a car show in Sonoy that morning, and they had a lot of cool cars there. I like those rat rods that they had. I'll throw in a few pictures. So yeah, those car shows are pretty cool. Not a lot of modern cars, but you're talking about like old Chevys from the 50s. 55 Chevys were very popular back in the day. This car a lot of people wanted back in the 50s. Because apparently they liked how they looked and how they drove. And then I went to the Manor Trail with my dad on my mountain bike and his mountain bike. Not electric, just pure pedaling. About 13 miles. About the same length as this, but it's all in a straight line instead of just zigzagging around the city. I haven't done any full-length videos down there yet, but I may do that in the future. Don't know when. But it's a neat trail down there. You don't have to stop for anybody. It's all just a straight shot where you can keep the rhythm going. It's perfect for cycling. But I did upload a couple shorts, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So yeah, Pine Mountain, it's pretty neat down there. I've ridden this on the trail some too, but mostly my mountain bike. So if you've been following along in my flight training, I was supposed to start flying back in August, but the only plane that my instructor has access to has been down for repair for a while. So the battery on the plane, it's an old 172 from the 60s, upgraded with modern avionics. The battery, it needed a new battery, and then it needed other parts like an alternator, and it needed some new wiring done. So that plane's kind of been out of business for a while, but as soon as that plane is ready to go, I can get back in the air pretty soon. I was supposed to do my first solo back in August, but first week the weather didn't cooperate, and then after that plane started needing new parts. I mean, I'm really in no hurry, but just thought I'd give you an update on how my aviation career is going, if you guys been following along. So, kind of got a bit of rust to shake off when it comes to my flight training. I took some flight lessons when I was down in Columbus, back when I was in high school, a few years ago. But I kind of took a break to focus on school and college and all that, so. Yeah, I thought I'd throw that out there. All right, so we're back at Southbend Park. Fun riding. Discovered a couple nice long stretches. I'm gonna scoot on home for today. Eat some dinner, watch some Thursday night football. Y'all take good care. Thanks for watching.